playing around that all-time high all week. If you're a player, congratulations. If you're short, sorry about that. Um, there's not a whole lot to talk about with Bitcoin right now that hasn't been talked about. But let's talk about something that kind of went unnoticed today. Jeff Bezos, of course, CEO, founder of Amazon, the behemoth of all internet companies right now, the behemoth of all commerce companies right now. Um, they did something kind of under the table that didn't get noticed. They registered three domains: AmazonEthereum.com, AmazonCryptocurrency.com, and AmazonCryptocurrencies.com. So if this might be a precursor to Bezos moving into the crypto world. There's always been talk about Amazon accepting Bitcoin on their website, but Bezos has kind of pushed that away, and it doesn't seem like it's on the horizon. But there could be something bigger, right? Maybe a trading desk, maybe a wallet. Who knows? But that'll be interesting to watch because one thing, Amazon already owns AmazonBitcoin.com, so this could also just be brand protection, where Amazon is just tying up the domain so somebody can't come in and use them and attach the brand to it. So, it's interesting with Bitcoin. It's a fun thing to watch if you're a player in it. I hope you're doing well. We'll keep up to date on it. We really don't, we've talked about it before. We really don't play Bitcoin yet. We're kind of getting a feel for it. It's very complicated. We like to think we're smart, but it takes a little uh, disseminating to get good at that. So, we'll keep talking about the Bitcoin news, but let's talk about the stock market now. We had some big earnings. We had Yelp, we had Tesla, we had Facebook. Tesla was just after the bell. They missed. The stock's down about 7-8%. Doesn't look like it's weathering a sell down too bad, though. Uh, Elon's talking about he's got the production ramped up for December, so we'll see how that plays out. That's a big, uh, evenly spaced argument right now on the message boards, whether Tesla's a long or a short. We tend to lean long, especially our CEO. He likes Tesla. Elon Musk outside of the box, just doing some really wild, innovative things. It's a good thing to keep an eye on it. And if we get into a play, we'll let you know, like we always do. Another interesting thing is the stock market's been making these new highs. Today it made another new high. The Dow looks like it's going to take a shot at 2,400. A lot of people are talking about this is the end of the bull market, but really you've got something going in your favor that we don't see a whole lot of people talking about, and that's seasonality. We just came out of what's traditionally the three worst months of the stock market, of the year for the stock market. The old sell in May, go away. Those kind of cute little sayings come out of this. But, today is November 1st, and generally November through April is your best months for the stock market. And then you also have December. Generally, there's about, I think it's a 69 to 70% chance every year that there's a Santa Claus rally. So we might get a nice little melt up here. There's a lot of talk about imminent crashes of the dollar, market being overinflated, valuations being the same as 1999. But really, this is a different market. It's a different market. It's a different economy. So, you want to keep all these things, all these moving parts in your focus, because it's not easy to disseminate right now. And just want to stay on top of it because it could move either way pretty violently. We talked about some big earnings. Yelp missed, the social media giant that turns everybody into a critic. All your restaurant workers are happy because the stock's crashing. Anybody that's worked in a restaurant knows what it's like to have a Yelp review. Uh, Tesla missed, but like we said, the stock's only down 6-7%, maybe $10-12 on a 300 something dollar stock. That's not much. Facebook hit, but their earnings were tepid. Um, so the stock's kind of just floating around. It's not really taking a crash, and it's not really pulling up. We'll see how it opens tomorrow. But we've been talking about uh, a sector the last couple of days, and we're about to make a play in it, and that's consumer staples. We'll fill you in tomorrow. If you want to get the play live, you can subscribe to our newsletter. Shameless plug there, which is the the most valuable hidden gem in the trade in the investing world. So we're looking at consumer staples. Consumer staples had a good day today. Really, it was the sector that led the market charge. Your consumer staples, your Clorox, Kleenex, things like that. You know, it's all the things you need to get through the day. Clorox just had good earnings. We've had quite a few really good earnings. Coca-Cola had good earnings, things like that. So we're actually ready to make a play in it. We identified the play today. We didn't want to buy into a big rally, though. We'll see if we can get a little pullback, get a little bit better pricing. So like we said, we'll fill you in on that. And also, too, a little shameless plug here. If you're interested in our newsletter service, which is absolutely awesome, there's information for that in the comments section. So, besides that, the Santa Claus rally, the news cycle today was really soft. We had that terror attack yesterday in New York. There's a big war going on about that. Schumer and Trump especially are getting into it. Really, for us investors, that's neither here nor there. It's fodder, but it doesn't really affect the markets. What does affect the markets is it looks like Trump has come up with his replacement for Janet Yellen, and it's Jerome Powell. And it's an interesting headline here in CNBC. Jerome Powell is a boring choice for the Fed chair, but the best for the stock market. Really, he's a Janet Yellen clone. And he should be good for monetary policy, and he should be able to continue guiding us out of this QE and this unwind very, very efficiently. So we'll keep an eye on that. Other than that, there just wasn't a whole lot of news cycle today. If you look, uh, we had a big, if any of you are watching, we had the White House press conference today. And by the way, kudos to uh, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She just does an amazing job handling the press. This is for all you people out there that talk girl power and all that. This is a woman that really to be looked up to. She is so intelligent and she is so together. And in a room full of aggressive, angry men, she absolutely controls that whole room. So, kudos out to her. But, she got into a couple little tiffs. Of course, the same name comes up, Jim Acosta. But you guys can go read about that if you want. But, the press conference was kind of entertaining. Probably some of the best entertainment we got today. Other than that, it's just the normal Trump bashing, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this. Another interesting thing that happened with Bitcoin today was the SEC came out and pretty much they've said that celebrity endorsements of ICOs, which are the new coin offerings, are illegal. So it's going to be interesting how that plays forward on ICOs. ICOs are the new IPO. It's a really quick, easy way to get millions of dollars for your startup and stuff like that. It's being used the same way IPOs used to be used. It's really unregulated and it's kind of weird. But, these celebrities now, they can no longer attach themselves to these ICOs. So we'll see how that affects the fever of that. And of course, you had a little bit, you know, Yelp, they lowered their guidance. That's pretty ugly. If you're in Yelp, you might want to think about getting out. We had a Fed announcement today. There was no rate change. Nobody expected a rate change. Actually, rolling into that, the market was predicting a chance of a rate hike. So it played out exactly the way the market felt like it would. Um, some kind of just stale comments on the economy from Yellen. And really, she's kind of winding down. So we don't expect much excitement from her until we make the administration change. So. Other than that, we're still in gold. Let's talk about what we're in right now. We're still in gold. We're still in that long play with gold. We can take a look at gold here. It pulled back over that 1275, and it held it like a champ. So we like that. There's still the whole North Korean thing going on. There's still the Catalonia thing going on. Now they're talking about actual civil war. So that could get kind of a testy situation. And then, gold held its gains today because the Fed didn't raise rates. The gold does not like high rates. So, the dollar itself was fairly stable today. Really in the Forex market, Bitcoin was the superstar. You can see where, the euros we're up against the euro, uh, down against the yen, which actually plays in gold's favor. The dollar index right now, I believe, is at 94 cents, which is just fine. 94.70. It's been floating around between 94.30 and 94.70, 75 all week. As of this broadcast, futures are down, but that's probably because we had a little bit of bad earnings. Tesla tends to be a big drag on the market, especially with the tech stocks. So you can see the NASDAQ futures are down about 10 points right now. Not really much. The big thing is Game 7 for the World Series is in about an hour. Uh, if you're a baseball fan, you go out and enjoy Game 7, man. 200-win teams. Uh, Remember what we were telling you, first time in a couple decades that we've had 200-win teams in the World Series. And this series has turned out to be everything everyone expected it to. So if you're a baseball fan, enjoy. There's no football today, so if you're a football fan or if you're a protester of the national anthem, you can take a break. Uh, Other than that, we're here in the office live. This is our first broadcast from the office, so it's really, really comfortable, and it's really happy to be here today. The trading team's been very busy, and the office, Samuel in the office, has been very busy, so we finally got to hook up today. But like I said, it's November 1st. It's the start of stock season, so let's see how this plays out. Again, we didn't take up any new plays today. We're looking at that play on the consumer staples. As we make the play, we'll fill you guys in. If you want to be in on the play as it happens, and subscribe to our newsletter, the information's right below. We're still in the Coke long trade. Coke had kind of a little rough day today. It was down about 20, 30 cents. It was actually green most of the morning. Then it just kind of went into the crapper. We're still long on gold. We talked about X had those big earnings. We've owned X for about 5 or 6 months, way back when it was $19, $20. It hit as high as 29 today. X had a really good day. It pulled back a little bit off that, but X is a heart attack stock. Um, in one market day, X can just give you the emotions for another stock in a whole decade. So be patient with X. We're patient with it. We didn't sell any of our shares today. We're going to hold on because we still believe that this is a $45, $50 stock. And now another thing is, for the last maybe month or so, Samuel in the office have been offering a report that we did on the Trump trade. And X is one of the featured stocks in there. So just like that banking report we put out about a year ago, that about 3 months before banks exploded, that gave you the heads up, plenty of time to position, plenty of time to make tens of thousands of dollars on very small investments. Same thing with this report, and it's starting to come true. If you want to get your hands on that report, use the contact information below, and we'll hook you up with the office, and we can move forward from there. But anyways, you guys have a great day. They're building a new house next door. That's what a little bit of the noise is in the background. Had you been with the newsletter, you might be the one buying that new house. That was another shameless plug. But anyways, we're just having fun today because we're going to watch baseball. We're over at the office with the crew, and we're just having a good time. Bitcoin's at a new high. The market's at a new high. Everything's looking good. The economy's growing real strong. The Fed didn't raise rates today, so it was a good day all around. You guys have a fantastic Wednesday from beautiful Manoa in Honolulu. Aloha.